Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the stream today. Welcome, George, Motorsports, and B Square. Thank you guys so much for joining up this morning. You know, the market is really recovering back so far today. I'll definitely take this nice green movement compared to what we've been seeing lately. So far today, the market's up in a pretty good way. We have stocks like Square booming up along with DraftKings, Zoom, AI. A lot of these growth stocks are pointing right back to the upside here, and they're making some pretty nice moves. Look at AI actually right at market open here, getting a nice green extension out to the upside. This is a pretty nice move for something right at market open, of course. Hopefully this holds up throughout the day today. I will say I really like the setup with AI, the way it's like breaking out here above like $15. Really like that setup. DraftKings is looking pretty decent too, since they're kind of breaking out up above $12 pretty soon. If they start breaking above 12, who knows? Maybe DraftKings can get a bit more of a run going on. Hey, good morning, Sean. How are you doing this morning? Sean, I posted a video of my golf swing last night in the discussion chat. If you're interested, go back and check that out. But yeah, right now DraftKings is booming. We're up $12. ELY, the good old Callaway, is up to $12.50. So we're seeing ELY pop up for you, Sean. I'm sure you're ecstatic about that today. But yeah, if you guys have any stocks you're watching or anything you saw overnight or anything like that, definitely let me know in the comments. I will say a few stocks are doing very well today, like Robinhood is exploding. Now, I will say it's coming back down a little bit at market open, but look at Robinhood last night. They were just straight up exploding all the way up to $11.70. That was just an amazing move to the upside. And we're continuing to see these stocks like Roblox move up. Look at this. They're actually breaking out in a huge way here, up 10%. This is definitely amazing here, guys. So nice to see these growth stocks having these types of moves. Like a 10% move is definitely no slouch on these growth plays. So keep that in mind here. We're having some great intraday movement. Shopify is running, which is great. So, wow, I mean, all these stocks are breaking out in nice ways. Even Virgin Galactic is breaking out. So, wow, it's been a great day so far. DraftKings is up to $12.10. We even have good old AMC here, up 7%. It isn't really breaking out at market open like these other growth plays, but they are holding up pretty well. Looks like Matterport's breaking out along with Unity. So, wow, I mean, yeah, these stocks are doing great today. Looks like AMD and NVIDIA are just going a little bit flat on the chip sector market, so that's a little negative there to see. But let's see AI again, because this one's starting to really move now, up to almost $16 at the high of day today. So ever since we broke 1535, this one has been booming. But let's see here. Let's see, what do we have on the watch list at the downside today? So leading my watch list down, of course, is Twitter. I know that they had some amazing news last night. And when I say amazing, I should say, I guess, terrible news. You know, Elon pretty much came out and said that the Twitter deal is pretty much on hold. So keep that in mind. The deal is on hold as of now. I know Elon was looking into like some fake Twitter accounts. Like they said that there's like 5% of all Twitter accounts are fake, but I think he wants to like verify that information before he makes a deal, because who knows, you know, Twitter could have half their accounts could be fake for all we know. You know, I know that there's been a lot of bots and stuff like that, and people make double accounts and, you know, all types of stuff. And some people, you know, who have their own account might have like a business account. So who knows what's really going on with Twitter, but hopefully Elon ends up buying them. But you can see Twitter stock got destroyed on that news this morning. They ran all the way from $46 at the high of pre-market all the way down to $33.50 at the low. Like, guys, that is an insane move to the downside. And look at the IV shooting back up. I want everyone to take note of that IV shooting up, because I feel like that whenever the IV was really low, people were kind of expecting Twitter to maybe stay somewhere around $50 to $54, kind of like where Elon Musk said he'd buy the stock at. But now that all this news happened, look at the IV jump from 32% all the way up now to 86%. So it's been a crazy past couple days for Twitter stock, to say the least. Like I said, that IV jumping is terrible to see there. I hate to see that. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Hunter. Hunter says morning tenders. Yeah, definitely, man. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a great Friday so far. I know I am, given that the growth stocks are doing pretty good. Definitely helping my mood this morning. It seems like over the past month, I just kind of want to put my head in a pillow and just scream every single day because these growth plays keep going down. But now that we're seeing them pop up today, I'll definitely take the nice upwards movement here. So I'll definitely take that here. But yeah, just all these stocks are in the green. Like my whole watch list is like more than half of my watch list is up by like over 3%. Like just stocks like American Airlines, CCL, even good old Starbucks is up 3.8%. Wow, I'll tell you, Starbucks got really, really low over the past few weeks, guys. I'm going to honestly look really hard at this one as a nice longer term position. I mean, look at this. They're all the way down to $70 off of highs of 126 for a company like Starbucks. That just seems like an amazing deal to pick them up down here. But, obviously the market's nuts. It could keep going down for a couple more months, but wow, Starbucks is really one that I'm going to keep my eyes on. That is amazing to see their stock down that low. But this intraday movement today is not bad by any means. These stocks are definitely starting to break back out to the upside here. Even like good old US Steel, ticker symbol X, is moving up in a big way. So that's nice. And PayPal's coming back. We have Blink kind of running up this morning. So that's it's good to see. I'll definitely take this nice green price action. Let's see. Mike says, can we buy CL equals F crude oil? Or is that just another indicator for the sector? So, Mike, you definitely can buy /CL or crude oil futures for sure. Now, what I will say is that you have to have futures trading enabled on your account if you're using Thinkorswim. Every broker's different. Some brokers don't even offer futures trading. Like for example, like Robinhood, you can't trade futures on. I believe you can't trade futures on Webull and other people like that too. But I know like some brokers like TradeStation, let's see, there's TradeStation, NinjaTrader, Quest Trader, MetaTrader, all of those types of platforms. You can definitely get on and trade futures on most of those. But I will say you can trade futures on Thinkorswim too. It's just, I will say they are extremely stingent with their future requirements. So for example, like if you haven't been trading for like 10 years, or like if you're brand new and you just made a new account, they're not going to let you trade futures, which sucks on Thinkorswim. But yeah, you can definitely trade these crude oil futures contracts. And Mike, what I will say is the crude oil contracts, they have some pretty big swings. So pretty much every time crude oil moves up like a cent, for example, like if it goes from 109.40 to 109.41, pretty much that's like a $10 move. So if you see like a nice 10-cent move here on crude oil, that means your crude oil futures are going to move $100. So if crude oil goes from 109 all the way up to 110 today, that's pretty much like a $1,000 move per contract. Now, you can definitely do your research, and it's been a while since I looked at these contracts, so I might have forgotten the value, but I know that crude oil moves up at $10 tick at like a $10 tick rate, so keep that in mind. I will say futures are extremely risky, so be really careful trading those, Mike, if you get into it. But yeah, Sean says, yes sir, Tom, ELY is nice, liking Fubo and AAL as well. Let's go. Yeah, let's go, Sean. It's been a great morning this far. Hopefully these stocks hold up a little bit. See how AAL is starting to come back down now? It has like a little red candle mixed in. I hope these stocks can hold up now that we had that nice momentum going. But man, as we've known lately, the market loves to pop up and then crash back down. So we better hold up today, or else I'll be a little bit angry as we continue. Neighbor says, morning guys, blew another account. LOL, FML. Wow, neighbor, I hate to hear that, but hopefully you're having a pretty good Friday. Other than that news, obviously that's never good. Neighbor, I will say, hey, now's the time to start some nice longer term portfolios. If you don't have any yet, there's some great opportunities, whether you're looking at some airlines or Boeing or Disney, or even like Starbucks down here, or if you really are wanting to add some risk, maybe Twitter. Like there's a whole bunch of stocks at amazing buying levels right now. Even Tesla's getting there. You know, look at them. They're all the way, they ran down to lows of like 680 over the past few days, and now they're like kind of hovering right around 757. So, you know, it's not bad for like longer term positions here, neighbor. But yeah, I know that like trading weekly options and everything, you always have a high risk of blowing up those accounts. And man, it's definitely rough. I know, and the past couple months have been extremely rough, neighbor. You know, all these stocks are down. So honestly, even a lot of longer term portfolios are in the negative right now. Lewis says, good luck, guys. Yeah, thank you. Good luck to you too. Hopefully you're having a very nice Friday here. You know, stocks are doing okay. Nothing too alarming, which is good. I'm noticing SoFi has been climbing up my watch list. Look at this, guys. This is exploding, actually. Ever since earnings, SoFi has been straight up booming to the upside. They broke above $6 right at market open, and wow, they are running up 14%. So definitely keep some of these plays on your watch list, like SoFi. Asana's moving up in a big way. And wow, I know a lot of people who have been really looking at Asana pretty hard lately, especially with Moskovitz dumping like $1 billion into their stock, you know, and it looks like they're coming back up on a pretty good uptrend here, right around that $20 support. So who knows? Maybe this will be like a nice low for Asana, but yeah, hopefully they keep booming up like this. This is definitely some great price action for them today. I know Beyond Meat got destroyed on their earnings, and the way they're coming back today looks pretty good too. So maybe throw them on the watch list or the radar. You know, they're hovering right around $28 a share, and you know, they could end up popping up a little bit, which is pretty good there. Hopefully they can come back. But yeah, these stocks are booming, guys. Definitely throw me some good stocks to look at in the comments here. You know, we can look at anything, whether it's crude oil or anything like that. Yeah, Mike, with those futures, that's pretty cool though. With I will say trading futures like on crude oil and gold and everything like that. I remember I used to love trading gold futures. Those were my favorites. Slash GC. I mean, I used to get so into the gold market that it was just so ludicrous the way that some of these moves happen with these futures. Like for example, on this downtrend with gold over the past couple months, like some futures contracts would just be getting destroyed if you had obviously like a nice position to the upside. So futures are nuts. I will say, like, you almost have like unlimited losses with them because it's insane. Like for example, those contracts, they can lose so much value in such a short amount of time that it's insane. They can also gain a lot of value too. So I guess that's the good thing about futures. What's also cool about futures is that you have unlimited day trades. So that's usually what draws people in, is that you have unlimited day trades. But with how quickly you can lose money, I mean, it's almost like game over. It's not like options where you can buy a contract for $100 and your max loss be $100. Pretty much like once you open the contract, you know, you just start going right into your margin, and then from there you just have to try to stay alive pretty much with the margin requirements and everything with futures. Because you know, sometimes like if you're just day trading, it'll only eat up like $500 of your margin per contract. But if you're holding them through the market close and stuff, it'll be called like a, I don't know, you'll have like a extra margin cost because of holding it overnight. So there's a bunch of weird rules with it too. So just keep that in mind, Mike, if you do decide to do that. But yeah, definitely let me know what stocks to watch this morning, guys. I know it's Friday, and you know, it's probably been a rough past few weeks for a lot of traders here, but hey, it's definitely nice to see some nice green movement today. It's definitely nice. AMC's kind of coming back up to that pre-market level, right around market open there, like around $12, and somewhere like right around $12.40 at the high there. So who knows? Maybe we'll see a good old AMC continue to pop up here today. I know AMC was exploding up yesterday, and it was insane during the live stream to see GameStop halting like it was. It was just nuts, but they're definitely flying again today. GameStop is actually all the way up to 105. It's actually having a pretty nice run here, guys. So if you guys are interested, go check out GameStop. It is booming up, and with them booming, I would definitely expect good old AMC to start coming up at some point too. So hey, this is great, guys. I mean, AMC up 10%. Wow, that's amazing. Hopefully it keeps coming up. I know a lot of people are still holding AMC shares for the longer term here. But wow, that's amazing to see that type of move here. Wow, another stock, guys, is still AI. AI is still running up today. Like, this thing is exploding. Ever since it broke out at market open, it's just been straight to the upside with this one. So that is amazing to see them running up as much as they are like this. That is an amazing breakout. Wow, like they broke 15 this morning, ran up. Now they're even breaking 16. So that is amazing for good old AI. Wow, I mean, that's great movement here. Just intraday, such great price action to the upside on this 1 minute chart with these green candles here. And look at the 5 minute, just pretty much all green green momentum so far. So wow, that's making for some amazing movement today. I mean, guys, if you guys aren't taking advantage of these day trades today, definitely get in on it, because these stocks are moving, and man, you could probably catch some real easy like 5 to 10% scalps, like almost like at the snap of your fingers with this type of volatility. So wow, yeah, hopefully you guys are taking advantage. Half of my watch list is now up over 5%. That is huge. I mean, normally lately we've been seeing half my watch list fall by 10%. So to see half of it up by 5%, that's pretty big. Like I said, Starbucks is running. Nvidia starting to break out a little bit, which is big. I mean, Nvidia is a huge stock, guys. So definitely keep this one on your radar. And if you look at Nvidia on the max daily chart, man, like if you guys have ever been wanting to pick up longer term positions on like AMD, Nvidia, or these chip stocks, I feel like now is definitely the time. I mean, AMD, you're getting around $90 off of highs of 164. Look at how big this dip has been, and you know that dip can definitely continue. Like we might go a little bit lower, but still, I mean, that is very telling to see AMD down this much. Hopefully it keeps recovering up, though. It looks like it's forming like a nice double bottom, and it seems like it's coming back up today in a very, very nice way. So glad to see that. That is just making for awesome price action today. AI is still going too. Like it just keeps extending up every time there's a new 5 minute candle. So wow, I mean, this is amazing. This is an amazing Friday, guys. I cannot believe how this movement's going. Sean says DoorDash. I don't see any news. Let's see, DASH. Yeah, Sean, hey, I will say DoorDash is doing great. It's up 15%. Kind of seems like it just has normal price action going on. Let's see. I'm looking at DoorDash here. SoftBank reports $13 billion annual loss. Trying to see how this pertains to DoorDash. Do they let's see, do they like own DoorDash or something? I don't think so. I don't know why that's in DoorDash's news. Yeah, I'm not seeing any news really revolving around DoorDash either, Sean. But what I will say is that a lot of stocks are up, 10% plus today. So I'm not surprised to see DoorDash running. Like you have Asana running up 19% without any real news either. Same thing with Beyond, SoFi too. So I think it's just growth stocks in general, Sean. But yeah, good call out there. Dash is doing amazing, up 14%. Definitely another one of those stocks that are killing it today. It seems like every growth stock is just doing amazing. And guys, I'm sure that this is just a combination of shorts covering and then also people obviously buying up the dips. Like there's some amazing opportunities with stocks being so low right now that I'm sure a lot of investors are coming in and trying to scoop up shares as low as they can. So I'm not too surprised to see these stocks flying up the way they are. Yeah, let's see Square here, up another 10.3%. I mean, that is an amazing move out of a stock like Square. Let's see, we have Lucid running up to $18 today, right around that big major resistance. And yeah, we have some amazing price action today. And I cannot wait to see what happens next week with the market. The market has been all over the place this week. Like, look at the SPY. It's holding up okay today. We have a lot of stocks in the green, and the SPY isn't really moving all that much. So I'm surprised it's not breaking out a little bit more. I will say I kind of, if the stocks keep moving up like they are right now, I will say by the end of the day, I think SPY will end up being more into the green than it is now if this momentum continues. But, I don't expect this nice momentum to continue all day. Like whenever half my watch list is up 5%, you probably need to expect a bit of a slowdown after that, because man, like these stocks are just really booming. Like Ford, even PayPal, even these China plays like Baba are booming. Like it's such a great end of the week here. Hopefully this is like a nice foreshadow into what's going to happen next week, because we have a lot of big events obviously coming up. There's going to be more big data points next week, like with jobs and stuff like that too. So yeah, we're going to have a lot on the radar. Let's actually go see maybe like what is coming up next week. So let's see here. So as we can see, it looks like Tuesday we're going to have retail sales coming out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, which is going to be pretty big, along with some like industrial production numbers. Looks like Wednesday, why do I have EU news on here? It says new car registrations year over year for the EU. I'm not too worried about that. I don't think that's going to be too crazy. Did I forget to take the EU off of here? Let's see. I think I might have left them on here by mistake. Let's see. EU. Man, I don't think I can turn the EU off maybe. It's like making me look at the news. Okay, well, either way, there is some big news coming out of the EU, I guess, next week. I don't know how new car registrations from the EU affects U.S. markets, but I'll take it. Looks like on, let's see, it looks like on next Thursday, they're going to have existing home sales along with the initial jobless claims too. So definitely some pretty big data points, guys. And as we know, PPI data came out higher than expected on Thursday. And then on Wednesday this week, we had the CPI data come in higher than expected, which is not good. That just shows that inflation is obviously getting worse and worse. And, nobody ever wants to see that. So hopefully the prices start to move back down just a little bit. Let's see. Brandon says, time to burn the shorts. Yeah, definitely it is. Time to burn those shorts. It's about time. The shorts have been probably doing very, very well here. So I could definitely hope that that this is going to be where the shorts finally get burned, Brandon. It's about time. Oh, it's about time. It's been brutal for the past few months with every stock falling, and I'm sure that shorts have been making a ton of money lately too. Like, think about it. I'm sure that everyone's shorting GameStop, AMC, even like Facebook, Netflix. I mean, you name it. I mean, I'm sure they're doing awesome right now. Let's see, GameStop up 14%. We have Mike saying, what's causing the GameStop and AMC run? So I'm not really seeing anything too crazy cause this, Mike. I think it's just a combination of shorts covering and then buyers coming in. So, GameStop was booming up yesterday. As this starts to boom up, keep in mind a lot of people who are short are probably going to get worried, and then they're going to start taking profit on their short positions that they've been winning on ever since GameStop ran to, what is it, 483? Like, imagine, I'm sure there was tons of hedge funds shorting GameStop around $180 to $200, and now they're probably making a killing now as it's been falling down. So I'm sure that there's some profit taking with shorts. I'm sure some people are starting to buy up the dip too. So I think it's just a nice combination there, Mike, of buyers and shorts covering. So we'll have to see how AMC and GameStop continue heading into next week. I do like that GameStop is up above $100 though. That definitely is it's pretty cool to see that happening. I'll definitely take that. That's not bad here. Let's see, we have Sean saying Beyond Meat straight up to and going. Let's see, BYND. Wow, it's really breaking, Sean, up to $30 actually, just starting to break above that. So yeah, amazing movement for them. And their earnings move was insane, the way they fell down and then recovered right back up the next morning. I'm sure that one burned a lot of call buyers, or a lot of put buyers that morning with those earnings. So that was insane to see that recovery there. But look at the IV on Beyond. It's at 170%. That is just insane to see. But yeah, awesome, Sean. It's coming up in a very nice way. Peter says, yay, just made under 5K with my Twitter puts. Don't gamble, kids. LOL. Yeah, that's awesome, Peter. That's great. I mean, I know we were talking about this a lot yesterday during the live stream too, and I know you were into those Twitter puts, and they are really paying off. You made just under $5,000. That's great, Peter. So amazing trade for you. Glad you were able to snipe this one. That was some amazing news that came out for you with Elon Musk here. Let's actually get this article up by CNBC and see what's going on here. So as we know, Elon put the deal on hold with Twitter But the thing that I was really interested in is pending details on fake accounts. This is starting to make me think that maybe Twitter has a lot more fake accounts than we think. So I was kind of reading into the article this morning, and I'm gonna scroll down here and find it. So right here, it says Twitter deal temporarily on hold. Oh, hang on. Now it pulled up Twitter because I clicked it. Hang on. Let me go back here. Let me go back. All right. I think we're good. Oh, no, I clicked it again. It's so funny. Every time you click this, it takes me to Twitter. I'm just trying to highlight this though. So Twitter deal temporarily on hold, pending details supporting calculation that spam/fake accounts do indeed represent less than 5% of users. So if it does represent less than 5% of users, then that might be pretty good for Elon Musk. But keep in mind, if there is, like, for example, if he does an investigation and it comes out and it shows that there is, for example, more than 5% of users that are spam or fake accounts, then that could be bad. So hopefully that's not the case, but we'll have to see what happens with it. And what I will say is that if 5% of Twitter users are fake accounts, maybe Elon Musk is going to try to pay 5% less for Twitter or something like that. Or if he finds that maybe 10% of accounts are fake or spam accounts, then maybe he'll try to pay 10% less. So I don't know, but what I do know is that good old Hindenburg really did a number on this one. I will say I cannot believe Hindenburg puts a report out on May 9th, and they say Musk holds all the cards. We see a significant risk that the Twitter deal gets repriced lower. They come out with this article, and then what happens 3 days later, guys? 3 days later, we have reports of Elon now pretty much putting the deal on hold. So, guys, I mean, I'm not saying Hindenburg is wrong here. I'm saying that in this case, it seems like they did a pretty good job, looking at everything going on. And I don't know if they had some type of inside information or what, but either way, they, it's pretty telling. They put out that article, and now, now it played out exactly almost how they kind of expected it to. I mean, I know that the deal isn't getting totally restructured yet, but wow, it seems like it's starting. He put the deal on hold, and yeah, it's a pretty big deal, guys. So if you guys aren't looking into the Twitter situation too much yet, go check out the CNBC article. There's a lot of great things in here, and I know Elon has been talking a lot on Twitter over the past couple days about the situation too. So it's pretty big, but we'll have to see what happens, because I know that Twitter does, like it says here, one of Elon's main priorities would be to remove spam bots from the platform. And I agree. These social media websites, it's been brutal with the spam bots. Even us at Stocked Up, we've been getting hit with spam a lot. Like if you go on, like for example, like every time we post a video to YouTube or anything, we have tons of random accounts coming in spamming like random WhatsApp numbers and WeChats and all these weird things. And it'll say things like, join Mr. Peterson, he'll make you $5,000 daily in the crypto market or something. And obviously, guys, that stuff is a scam, so don't fall for it. But I'm just pointing out that there's spam bots all over these social media websites, especially like Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Google, everything like that. There's tons of them. So hopefully Elon can help get the situation fixed a little bit. I will say I personally am also very, very tired of spam bots and stuff like that. It's been terrible. Even on the YouTube channel, it's been kind of hurting. It sucks whenever you go to the YouTube comments and you see like 10 random accounts posting their WeChat number. It's like, man, that makes us look bad. Like, it's like YouTube needs to like fix their algorithm there or something. I mean, how are you not getting rid of these bots? But who knows? Maybe YouTube likes it. But either way, George says MU and AMD having a nice recovery today. Let's see. Yeah, MU really moving up there, up to $70. And let's see, the high's right around $70.30 today. So that is a very nice recovery. They kind of fell off there at market open. Pretty surprised to see that big drop down there, George. Looks like AMD. Yeah, AMD over recovered. They're really running. So that's nice to see with AMD. Looks like they're breaking back out, trying to get back up to like 91.50 or $92 up there at the high. Definitely looking pretty good here. But yeah, looks like a lot of stocks are booming up today. If you guys are liking the price action, definitely hit that like button. I know Peter is hitting the like button, making $5,000 on those Twitter puts here. Man, that's insane. Great trade there, Peter. Glad to see that you banked off that one. If anybody else was in Twitter puts before it fell, definitely let me know in the comments too. That'll be a really fun thing to talk about. And guys, if you guys are looking at any specific stocks here for the longer term, let me know, because we could go ahead and do some nice fundamental like some nice fundamental research about them, and then also just look at the price action on the charts and eye up some of these longer term plays, because if these growth plays start booming back up, you guys are going to be pretty upset that you missed the bottoms on some of these stocks like Rivian, Lucid, and stocks like that. It's going to be crazy. Like I know that everybody always starts getting FOMO when the stocks start going up, fear of missing out. And it's always better to buy at the bottoms if you can. Now it's impossible to really pick the bottom, but just slowly average in, and your price will end up being pretty low, over time. Even if the stock keeps falling, as long as you keep buying in, your average price will keep going lower and lower and lower, as long as you do it in the right way. So, but I'm just pointing it out because there's such great opportunities. You guys will definitely be upset if you're not getting into any longer term stocks here. I mean, I'm not saying this is the recovery yet, but if this is the bottom on these stocks like Asana, Zoom, DraftKings, I mean, look at how much these stocks have to recover up. And it's not going to happen right away. It's going to take some time, but of course, even if Asana comes back up to $50, you can see that's not really even that big of a move for Asana, but $50 would be like over a 100% gain from where we're at now. So just keep that in mind. These stocks could start booming up, and we're starting to see it. Look at this. Today, Asana's up 22%. Like, these recoveries are going to be drastic when they do happen. So keep that in mind, that, we've been seeing big moves down, but we will eventually be seeing some decent big moves up, at least out of the better companies. But yeah, this is great. They're still booming today. They're not really slowing down. We even have Beyond slowing down a little bit. I will say they're turning over slightly. I wonder how good old Snowflake looks today. They're up like 11.3%. Yeah, they're moving up. They're about to break back out to new highs today too. So looks great for them. How about RUN? Good old Sunrun here. Yeah, they're looking pretty good, up around $20. Definitely not bad. Fubo. Yeah, look at them. They're not bad either. Right around $3.40, starting to pop up here a little bit. So yeah, pretty cool to see these stocks moving up today. I'll definitely take it. And if you guys are happy, hit that like button. The market's been doing great the past couple days. I know yesterday we got up to 33 likes. I'm not gonna beg for likes today, but still, the market's doing great. Hitting that like button definitely helps us out. And like I said, it'll help push the channel a little bit more on YouTube. And the more viewers and stuff we get, the more stuff we're gonna be doing in the future, like getting the green screen, maybe going live while Powell speaks, and do a lot of different stuff, maybe even live trading over the next 6 months or so, if everything keeps going as planned. So we'll have to see. But yeah, right now, lots of big stuff in the works. Peter says that's exactly what I needed. Yeah, exactly, Peter, exactly. You needed that big gain for Twitter there. Glad that happened for you. It's always nice to get a good payday every once in a while. So glad to see you sniping that one. You were like Mark Wahlberg from Shooter on that trade, Peter. You were hitting that one big over the past few days. Ant says, I'm thinking about Starbucks for the long term. Ant, I'll tell you, that's one of my favorite plays for the long term down here is Starbucks. I really like that one, Ant. I'm glad you mentioned this one because it's one of my favorites. I will say, though, I've been looking at Starbucks a lot more on our dashboard, and I will say it hasn't been the best. If you look at revenue, their revenue definitely has been shaky, to say the least. Like, it fell a lot with COVID as people stayed inside, but it started recovering back. You can see it was doing pretty well, and now it's slowly starting to kind of dip back off here. But what I will say is I still like them, even though that's coming down a little bit. Their price to sales is pretty low, which is good. Their profit margins aren't crazy high or anything, but I still like them. They also pay a 2.6% dividend, which that's nothing too crazy, but I will say 2.6% on a stock like Starbucks is not bad. Like Starbucks is going to be a decent stock to hold for the long term, and hopefully 2.6% is definitely not bad at all. And I think Starbucks will do great, to be honest, and I think it's awesome. And it's one of my favorite longer term plays, especially down here around $70. Like, you're buying it at one of the best support levels you can buy it at, pretty much for ever since the COVID crash. We're going back down to COVID lows pretty much. So, I mean, I love it, Ant. I would say if you haven't started buying yet, averaging into Starbucks would be a great way to go. Definitely one of my favorites. I'll definitely be buying up some Starbucks down here at the bottom. Obviously, though, lots of stocks have been going down, like DraftKings and Zoom and, Corsair and stocks like that. So it's going to make it hard to pick up tons of shares of like Starbucks down here. But, maybe you could short like some nice cash secured puts, like around $70. If you're looking to get 100 shares, shorting a put at 70 is not a bad idea on Starbucks. I think that would be an amazing trade right now. And what I will say, guys, is with these, with the IVs running up on these growth plays, like look at DraftKings, that IVs at 122%. You have Zoom, their IV is well over 100% now. And, you name it, the stock's IV is just exploding. It's going to make for some amazing cash secured put opportunities, guys. So be on the lookout. I feel like right now is almost like the best time to do cash secured puts. The IV is so high, and you're going to make a lot with those premiums. And the thing is that you're going to, if you do get assigned shares, well, then you're getting them at almost the lows. I mean, so I'll take it. Great opportunities here, guys, especially on stocks like DraftKings. Like, how could you not take advantage of cash secured puts on this? So let me just calculate this for a second. So if we went to next week's expiration on DraftKings and we went to the $11 strike. So if you shorted the $11 puts for DraftKings next week, you would get paid about, if they expire, obviously, like out of the money still, you'll be getting about $31 to $33 in premium per contract to grab DraftKings at $11 per share. What I really like about this is that it only takes, not even counting margin, it just takes $1,100 in order to enter this play, because, the option, because the contract is right at the $11 strike, so 100 shares will be $1,100. What I want to point out with this is that that's so amazing, because, guys, like, that's only $1,200, and you're going to get $30 in premium for it. Now, I have seen situations where you can make 10% plus with the premium, but still $30 to pick up DraftKings at 11 is not bad. And what I like about it is that it's only at $11. So you could maybe get, for some guys with larger accounts, maybe like 10 contracts or 20 contracts or something. And I'm not saying to overload on DraftKings that much, but, for some of the guys out there with big accounts, you can definitely make some pretty good numbers here getting multiple contracts and shorting those. So just keep that in mind. I think it's an amazing opportunity now, not just on DraftKings, but on other stocks like Zoom, Palantir, Redfin, Facebook, you name it. It's generally a pretty good time right now for cash secured puts. I know that's Hunter's favorite thing to go. Hunter says, "Beg for it, Tommy. Beg." Yeah, I'll beg for it, guys. Give me the likes. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, either way, pretty funny here today. Trying to end the week on a good note. Like we have the SPY going down week by week here, so maybe we'll have a nice end in the green today. Yeah, wow, I'm glad. The SPY's still moving up. I was kind of expecting a nice move up like this ever since, these stocks have been booming today. I will say, like, when the market opened, the SPY was very, very flat compared to these growth stocks that were running. So SPY was just not really doing much, but hey, it broke out now. We're up to $400. So I'll definitely take that. It's having an amazing recovery day today. And I'm really happy to see some of these stocks like DAL, CCL, even good old Boeing's recovering up. Boeing needs a recovery, guys. Like, oh man, look at Boeing on the 1-year daily chart. This is one of the worst charts I think I've ever seen out of like an airline stock, I guess you could say. Like, man, they're almost back down to their COVID lows. Let's go. Actually, it's almost the worst drop I've seen. I will say this was the worst drop I've seen. Let's go to this and check this out. So look at this, guys. At the COVID drop here with Boeing, it fell from 350 all the way down to like $100. Like, guys, that's awful. I know that other growth stocks have done worse than that, but still, I mean, Boeing is just a bigger company. I would have never expected a move down quite that drastic with Boeing. That is very bad to see there. But hey, once again, good longer term potential here. You know, you might be able to grab Boeing at a decent price, and who knows, you know, maybe trade it here for the longer term. It definitely might make for some decent price action there today. But man, you know, I did want to talk a little bit about some of these coins here today, like Terra coin and Tether and, you know, Bitcoin and everything like that. Because I know Terra has just been getting destroyed day after day. It looks like it's going even lower today, down to 18 cents now. And I know this is supposed to be one of those stable coins up there around $1, but I mean, as you can see, it obviously did not work out in the best way for them. I just want to say, guys, you know, be very careful trading these cryptocurrencies. I will say, personally, I don't like them too much, and I don't think they're going to be necessarily the safest things to hold for the next, you know, 5 years or so. I don't see it personally. I have a feeling that you know, the crypto market's not regulated, so keep in mind that eventually something can happen, and you know, when it does, there, you know, there's no regulations to stop it. So just keep that in mind. But either way, you know, these coins, I hope they're kind of opening people's eyes into, hey, you know, these things might not be everything that people always talk about. Like, look at Luna here, down to, what is this at even? I mean, I can't even begin to like say even how much this one's down. Like, what are they at? Like 0.002913. Like what? Like, how could that even happen like that? I can't believe they're down that much. But either way, it's that's a terrible drop with Luna. I feel really bad actually for a lot of people who have been holding these. I will say it's just it's brutal, you know. It's terrible. You know, it's definitely not like stocks. I can't believe they fell off this much. Like, how does Luna even go down that much? Like, I didn't even think that was possible to, you know, really fall that much. But wow, I guess it's just the selling pressure when there's no regulations. I guess that's what can happen. So it's tough there. But let's see. George says SPY is fighting the $400 resistance. Yes, it is. It's running up. It's touching it. We'll have to see if it can break. I have a feeling it might be able to break out, George. But yeah, Peter, Luna at 000. Yeah, XXX. That's hilarious. Yeah. Hunter says COVID was a gift for Boeing. I bought them at 95 and sold them at 232 a few weeks after. What? You had Boeing at 95. That's nuts, Hunter. That's an amazing trade. Glad you got into that one. I know Mike scooped that one up too, and he ended up getting out pretty quickly there on that first initial jump up to like 180. So yeah, it's crazy to see how that stock was going up in such a big way. I can't believe that they're all the way back down there, Hunter. They're like way back down to, you know, almost those COVID lows. Like they were just hitting, like, let's see, like 120. Yeah, that's like right around that low of COVID. So yeah, terrible there. Amazing trade though, Hunter. Grabbing them at 95 up. That's a great trade. 95 to 232. Definitely I would take that one any day of the week for sure there. That's a huge one. I guess you sold sometime in like, let's see, sometime like June of that year. Pretty crazy. Hunter says I texted Mike as soon as he got in, like right around the same time. That's pretty funny. Yeah, we bought it like minutes apart from each other without knowing. That's funny. Yeah, that is hilarious. But wow, that's a great trade though for both you guys. That was amazing. I know, like on the COVID dip, I was getting into like Intel. I can't remember, like Intel. I think I had LEG, Leggett and Platt from the COVID low too. Yeah, I know I had Leggett, LEG. That was one I picked up because they had a huge dividend at the time. So yeah, but either way, lots of great opportunities during these crashes, and you know, it's gonna be a good time to pick up stocks whenever stocks are low. You know, kind of like what Hunter said. Like, look at Boeing here on the daily chart. Let's see. Is it gonna load? Is my internet messing up, guys? If the stream cut out, definitely let me know. Or it's just Thinkorswim messing up. It could be Thinkorswim. I will say I've definitely seen it before where it's Thinkorswim's fault. Maybe there's so much volatility that Thinkorswim's having some problems loading today. Let's see. Let me get on good old Discord really quick. Oh yeah, no, it seems like it's me because even Discord was lagging a little bit there. Hopefully the stream isn't cutting out. Definitely let me know if it is though, but okay, cool. Hunter says stream's still up. Looks like we're back. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, guys, but either way, Thinkorswim is taking forever to load, so I don't know what's happening, but glad to see that we're back here. You know, it's loading up. That SPY's still up here around 400, so that's good to see. Peter said it cut out for a second. Okay. Yep, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, the internet, I guess, has been in and out a little bit this morning. It's honestly been doing pretty good, though, I will say, the past couple weeks. It's been doing a lot better than it had been. I know I have CHTR or Charter Communications as my internet provider. I know for a while there it kept cutting out, so I called them. I had them come up, and you know they ran some new wires. They put a new modem in for us, so seems like ever since they did that, it's been holding up a lot better. But yeah, if you guys want me to check out any specific stocks, just throw them in the comments. You know, so many great moves today, whether it's Asana or Robinhood or DraftKings or SoFi or Beyond Meat. You know, like these stocks are booming. SoFi is trying to make new highs here, so pretty crazy movement today. Cannot believe these stocks are up as much as they are. Like I said earlier, if you guys are enjoying the streams, hit that like button here. You know, we got up to 33 likes yesterday. Looks like today, what are we at now? We're sitting right around 14 likes. I'm not saying we need to get back up to 30 or nothing, but you know, 20 definitely wouldn't be bad today, guys. So if you're liking the streams, hit that like. Maybe we can get up to 20 likes. That'll be my like goal for Friday here today. But you know, with stocks booming up, I mean, you know, hopefully you guys are in some pretty good moods. You know, I know it's definitely been making me happy to see this movement. It's definitely a lot better than seeing continuous 5 to 10% down days, because sometimes that price action was just getting nuts there for the past couple weeks. So I'm definitely glad that we're coming back up here. It's very relieving to see, and you know, lots of these longer term plays are starting to look pretty good. I will say, if you guys are interested in banks, it's also a really good time to maybe buy up some of those. Like, look at Bank of America. They're at $35 off of highs of 50, and it's been like pretty much straight down the past few months. Same thing with JP Morgan. They're also falling off, and wow, it's terrible. What I will say, guys, is stocks have been really correcting. I mean, it's been like a crash almost. Like, if you look at individual stocks, it really has almost been a crash. Like, you have Facebook crashing down, you have Netflix crashing down, even Twitter crashed down before Elon's adventures there. You know, the banks were crashing down. Even stocks like Apple are starting to fall off to crash down. So it's just been very, very telling to see how much these stocks have been down. And what's crazy is like the indices have been holding up a little bit better. Like SPY, obviously it's down a little bit now, like 15-20%, but still, like the charts aren't looking that bad on, you know, SPY. Like, obviously this week it started looking a little bit worse, but like whenever we were holding around 400, it was not looking terrible. And like some of these stocks are down like 50-60%, and I would kind of expect these indices to start moving a little bit more. But man, maybe that'll be the bottom there on SPY, right around like 385 it looks like. So we'll have to see what happens next week. But yeah, hopefully this nice uptrend continues. I definitely will take the green over the red. That is for sure. But yeah, so far today, only stocks red are the slower movers. So we have GLD in the red. We have AbbVie down in the red. Walmart's red. Lockheed Martin down in the red too. I will say they're not red by much. They're just about even. But besides those like 5 stocks I named, and Twitter, don't forget, everything else on my watch list is green. Whether you're looking at Costco, COST, or you're looking at FedEx or UPS or QQQ. I mean, you name it, it's pretty much green today. Great. It's awesome to see. CRM, Salesforce. We haven't talked about Salesforce in forever, and even they're starting to like boom back up today. So that's great. Mike says, do you guys trade crypto since it's open 24 hours? No, Mike, I don't day trade crypto. The only thing I would do with crypto personally, Mike, is just buy some of the bigger ones like Bitcoin and stocks like, or I shouldn't say stocks, like cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, maybe like Doge, maybe something like that. But personally, Mike, I'm not too big into the cryptos. I don't like them too much, in my opinion. I don't like how they're not regulated. I also just don't believe in them like I believe in companies. So like for example, like I love Tesla, like I love what they do as a company, and I feel like that for the future they're going to be pretty bulletproof. And personally, like with Bitcoin and everything like that, I don't see it as being bulletproof for the future and stuff. I think it's just a little bit too overvalued. Like for example, like look at this, the thing's $30,000 a coin. Like come on now, like that's a little bit crazy. I know you can buy it, you can buy fractions of a Bitcoin, but still, I mean, come on, like what's this gonna do? Slowly go up to 500 grand over the years? Like it's like, come on, like it seems a little silly. I hope it happens though, because I know so many people that are holding it. It's just, to me, I don't like crypto that much. I know some people really believe in it though. They really believe in crypto, and they think it'll be amazing for the future. And I think that the idea of it's amazing. I just think that we need to have something obviously regulated a little bit more because of safety. Like look at these things like we're seeing lately, like with UST and Luna and stuff like that. Like look at this. It's down to 0.0002913, and we were just sitting at $100 within the past month. I mean, that right there should scare you out of the crypto market. Like if a stock did this, it would be very, very brutal. I don't think we've seen this in a stock in a long time, where they go from $100 down to 2/10,000ths of a cent. It's like, come on, like that's crazy there. But that's my little rant on crypto. I hope I'm not bursting any of your guys' crypto bubbles or anything like that. Hopefully you guys are taking that with a grain of salt. I just don't like crypto, but that doesn't mean it will do bad. I hope it does good. And I feel like that the idea of it is definitely very, very cool. I just don't think it's very safe, so I'm not going to throw my money into that. But let's see. George says SPY breaking $400. Let's see that. Is it finally breaking here today? Wow, that's a big move up, George. I'll take that. Wow, that's great, actually. We blasted up through 400. We're having two great 1 minute candles. We're up to 401, like 12, almost 401.15 now. So definitely take that movement there. That's a great breakout, George. Definitely a good eye. Thanks for calling that one out. Yeah, that's great to see, George. That's awesome. So yeah, that's a great breakout. Glad to see that movement continuing to do well today. It's great to see these continuations, especially after all of that downtrend. But let's see if there's any big like articles on CNBC this morning. Anything crazy besides Elon Musk, of course, here. Let's see, anything that came out lately. Let's see. Regulators are growing anxious about stable coins after Terra's stunning collapse. Look at this. I was just talking about regulations. It looks like they're growing anxious, so we'll have to see. Let's see. Even Yellen urged Congress to approve federal regulations of stable coins. So that's pretty big, and I don't know exactly like how this is going to work or how they're going to try to regulate these stable coins, but I will say if they do start to regulate, then I think it might be a little bit better and safer for me to throw my money into some of those if they did if they did approve the regulations. But keep in mind they're going to have to do a lot of work to regulate these things, and keep in mind that once they regulate them, people might not like them as much, so keep that in mind. Yeah, let's see here. Cryptocurrency Luna crashes to $0 as UST falls further from their dollar peg. Yeah, that is bad to see, guys. I cannot believe that's That's terrible. I mean, really bad. Let's see what she said. She said, I wouldn't, let's see what she says. She says, I wouldn't characterize it at this scale as a real threat to financial stability, but they're growing very rapidly, she told lawmakers Thursday. So what she's pretty much saying is that, these stable coins are becoming large enough to the point that it might start affecting other financial institutions and stability, I think. I think that's the main worry that they're looking at there. So it's pretty big that she's talking about this though. She used to be in Powell's position. She used to be the federal chairwoman. So keep that in mind. She's a pretty big talking head, and she's been in the market for a long, long time. But I know for her to say this is pretty big, and who knows, maybe we will see something end up coming out of that. She says they present the same kind of risk that we have known for centuries in connections with bank runs. So interesting, but either way, we'll have to see. I know like 2008 was a terrible time for some of those banks, and obviously the Fed started throwing in more regulations after that. And honestly, I'm sure that there's going to be some type of crypto crash at some point. Without regulations, if the selling really happens at a accelerated pace, it can get pretty brutal there. Um, let's see. George said SPY. Yeah, SPY's breaking 400. Let's go see if it's still up above there. Let's see. SPY. Yeah, it's still running up to 401.20. Seems like it's still kind of breaking out here on that 1 minute chart. So really cool to see SPY continuing to move up in such a great way. Always glad to see stocks booming up like that. Looks like we are at 16 likes today, guys. I have that goal of 20 likes. If you guys haven't liked the stream yet, go ahead and smash that like button. We could definitely use the likes. Definitely helps out the channel and everything like that. And yesterday we got to 33 likes. Today we're at 16. So I think 20 is pretty doable. Yesterday I was at like 25, and I said, in Matthew McConaughey's voice, that's rookie numbers. But man, it seems like 16 is kind of like rookie numbers today. But who knows? Maybe we'll get a bit of an uptick here soon. But either way, I appreciate you guys joining up this morning, and hopefully you guys are having a great trading day. If you guys are winning on your trades, definitely let me know in the comments, because I'll definitely be interested to look at some of these stocks moving today. Hunter says, I agree on the crypto, Tommy Tenders. I don't like investing in pure speculation. I'd rather buy cash flow. Not saying it won't work, but rather be safe and miss out than lose my ass. Yeah, definitely. That's exactly how I feel about that, Hunter. I think you've said that in a perfect way there. It's all speculation with the crypto market, and it's just hard to gauge. Like they're not gaining any cash flow or anything like that. Like you mentioned with companies, you can see their financials, and it's a lot different compared to just trading a coin. And as we know, you have Bitcoin now, you have Ethereum, you have all these coins. Heck, you even have coins like I can't even say the names. Like they're like sexual coins, like it's like you have coins named after sexual parts of your body, or like weird things that go on. It's like what's happening here? But either way, I hope that those coins do well. It's just they're not for me. Like Hunter said, I'd rather miss out on it than lose my ass. And I feel really bad for anybody who's been holding Luna. Like that is just such a bad chart. Wow, that's brutal. Let's check it out on a 5 minute chart just to see it. Let's see. Oh wow, I can't even look at it on a 5 minute. It only lets me look at it on the daily, I guess. Wow, it still says it's. Let's see here. Did I break it? Wow, I broke it. I think it's I wonder if it's like off of trading or off of trading view or something. Like what's going on here? Let's see. I wonder if it crashed to the point like they took it off. Let's go to Bitphoenix. There we go. We'll go to Bitphoenix. They have the good data. I think I was just on a bad data point there. Wow, guys, look at Luna over the past couple days. It's been insane. It's like a penny stock if you look at it on those charts. But wow, that is just, looking at this on the 5 minute makes it look even worse than I thought it could look. Like, wow, that is a rough chart, guys. We're 1 like away from 20 likes. we're gonna end the stream pretty soon. It's almost 9:30 here Central Time. As we know, we usually stream for an hour every single day when the market opens. So if you guys are interested, we'll be here on Monday as well at market open. And every day the market's open, we'll be here. So hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. That way, whenever we go live, you get the notification for it. Also, click that little bell icon. That would definitely be helpful there. Oh my gosh, Peter, I know him. Peter or Trading Lifestyle says some famous YouTube guy lost $2.3 million on Luna Coin. His name is KSI. Yeah, Peter, I know KSI for sure. That's insane that he had that. That is wow. I feel bad for him. Wow, I guess he lost all that Logan Paul fight money, huh? But yeah, that is funny there. He lost $2.3 million on it. Wow. Did he sell it, Peter, or is he still holding? But man, I can't believe that. That is rough for him. Poor KSI. Hit the like button for KSI. He's gonna need it, guys. He's lost 2.3 million on Luna. That is wow, that is bad, Peter. Yeah, I know KSI. I've known him for a while. He's made some pretty funny videos over the years, and I remember some of his stuff like with PewDiePie, and yeah, he did stuff like with PewDiePie and YouTube. I forget what they call that, like the YouTube yearly celebration and stuff. And yeah, I saw him fight like Logan Paul or Jake Paul or whoever it was. But wow, that's insane. $2.3 million on Luna to the downside. That is rough. What makes it even more rough, Peter, is that imagine this. Imagine just a few days ago, Luna was at like $82, right? Just on like May 4th. Like remember everyone said May the 4th be with you. Remember everybody said hey, it's the beginning of May. It's not too bad. And then look at this. It ran from 83 down to 0.01. Like, oh, it's so brutal. I can't believe it's down that much. And imagine losing $2.3 million that quickly. I mean, that is very, very quickly. That's very fast, guys. That is a big drop down. That is, wow. That's terrible. But yeah, you guys are interested in any stocks right now? Oh, wait, let's see. Peter says his holding would only be worth 2.1K. Are you kidding me? 2.3 million to 2.1 thousand. That is terrible. That almost reminds me of that one guy who had Nokia and it went up to like $1 million and then came all the way back down. Remember that? Somebody was in the Discord. Oh, it was Icy Pro. That's right. There was somebody in the Discord a while ago named Icy Pro. He put like 50 grand into like Nokia calls. They ran up to $1 million and he refused to sell them. And then they came flying all the way back down. And I think he ended up even losing on them, sadly enough. But that's insane to see how some of these positions can just, they can go against you at like the snap of your fingers. But wow, 2.3 million down to 2.1K. That is very, very telling there. So that's crazy, Peter. But I appreciate you guys all joining up this morning. Hunter, Mike, Peter, George, Brandon, Sean, Lewis, Neighbor Jay, Square, Fiva. Thank you guys all for joining up today. Wow, we just hit the 20 like goal as I was ending. So thank you guys so much. We hit the goal today, 20 likes. Yesterday we were at 33. Glad to see the likes coming in a little bit more now. We'll definitely be doing a lot more content in the future, and we have a lot of stuff working in the background. So appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you, Couch Potato. Appreciate you joining up as well. Can't forget you. Hunter says his wife made him sleep in the doghouse. Wow, you know what? I'd make him sleep out there too, Hunter, if he lost 2.3 million. That is rough. Thank you, Sal, for the thumbs up. Appreciate you there. But yeah, thank you guys for joining up. It's been a pretty great Friday so far. Stocks are booming. We have DraftKings and growth stocks going up in a very nice way. We have SPY holding up. The NASDAQ has been ripping up all morning. Tesla was even doing well. So, hopefully these stocks keep booming up. I will say be careful with Twitter. It's probably going to get extremely volatile with everything that Elon Musk has been doing. But the main stocks running today our Hood, Asana, SoFi, and it looks like AI is still kind of running up. So maybe keep your eyes on those few stocks if you want to catch some nice day trades. They definitely have a lot of momentum. And, I have probably I have like 20 growth stocks on my watch list right now, up over 10%, with a few of them running over 20%. So it's been a great Friday. Glad to spend it with you guys, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day. And hey, if next week starts out as strong as today was, hey, we're going to have a nice live stream Monday. So don't forget, we'll be here right at market open Monday morning. So see you guys then.